Because we are organisms with conscious mind, we often fear the unknown, especially those that we cannot understand and those that are too small for us to see. One example would be the tiny and unnoticed parasitic roundworms that are present all over the world. They inhabit the soil, water, even animals, and including us, humans. According to Ishak and Kursky in 2021, 4 out of every 5 animals on Earth are roundworms, and in every single human being, there are over 57 billion of them. Today's video will focus on one interesting and significant parasitic roundworms, the Ascaris lumbricoides. Ascaris lumbricoides are the largest species of roundworm that are parasitic. These worms are behind the human infection Ascariasis, which causes abdominal discomfort and pain. It is estimated that around 807 million to 1.2 billion people in the world are infected with Ascariasis. Despite this huge number, many countries fail to prioritize treatments of this infection, and this problem extends to our country, the Philippines. In 2017, approximately 115,000 children aged 5 to 19 years old were infected in the Philippines. So, how exactly do we get these awful parasites into our body? The answer is by ingesting their eggs. Ascaris eggs are deposited in the fecal matters of infected humans and pigs. Infection would not be a problem if we practice good hygiene and proper sanitation. Unfortunately, hygiene and sanitation in different areas of the country is very poor. According to the World Health Organization, a total of 4% of the population in the Philippines still practice open defecation in 2020. Furthermore, backyard pig farming is still being practiced. This means that the human and pig fecal matter can contaminate the soil and the surrounding bodies of water. So, do you remember when you were a kid playing with mud and soil with bare hands? Yeah, at that point of your life, or even in my life, we have just put ourselves at a high risk of roundworm infection. We can also contract these eggs from the vegetables we eat. Some farmers actually utilize pig or human excreta as fertilizers, and as a result, Ascaris eggs can be unknowingly deposited in the leaves and fruits, so when they are eaten raw or improperly cooked, washed, or peeled, these eggs can get inside your body. The eggs will then hatch inside the human body, becoming larvae, then growing to become adults in the small intestine, wherein they reproduce and its eggs are once again released into the world when an infected individual defecates. So, how can we avoid contracting Ascaris eggs? First, of course, let us do our best to avoid ingesting soil that may be contaminated with human or pig feces. You can do this by washing your hands thoroughly with soap and water before handling foods. If you raise pigs, please be responsible owners by providing a proper sewage system for the waste coming from the pens. For farmers, manure fertilizers should be avoided, especially if they have not been processed properly. Lastly, open defecation is highly discouraged, and a proper sewage system should be built to make sure human fecal matter does not go anywhere else and contaminate. Now, if you unknowingly catch Ascaris eggs, you don't have to worry. Lucky for us, Ascariasis can be treated with medication. Medical practitioners use the drugs albendazole and bebendazole to treat this illness. These drugs work by preventing the worms from absorbing the sugars they need for survival. Now, with all that said, why should we, as Filipinos, care about this worm and the illness it causes? As mentioned before, the risk for Ascariasis in the Philippines is quite high. Second, this is a matter that concerns the public health of Filipinos. So, it is very important for us to learn and understand where do these worms come from, how they are transmitted, and what we can do to avoid them. You know what they say? These worms may be small, but they're terrible. Now, should we fear them? The answer is no. For as long as we have the right information and a clear understanding of what they are capable of, we can protect ourselves from these tiny, unnoticed worms.